I am doing this video just to talk about, to share a piece with you and to talk about judging people. I think one of the biggest issues that we have as a society in general is that there are certain things that people do to feel better than others. One is have money, and two is judge people. Money is the king and judging is the queen. People blame Christianity, people blame different religions and so on. But in every single sect, I see judgment. I see people finding a reason to judge you, whether it's because you're lighter than them, darker than them, you're poorer than them, you live in an area that's not as expensive as, the land is not as expensive as the area that they live. We have this concept of judging people. And I believe in the Almighty. I also believe that one day we will not be so confused. And so I basically wait on the things that I have faith in and move forward in ways that I have not seen fail me or anyone that I know as yet. There are certain things, certain concepts, certain systems that I know cannot fail you if you follow it. And one of the main systems that I follow is a system of love. Now we know that when you do a punishment, you have to get the crime, right? And I agree with that totally. But I also agree that even the victim can elevate themselves to a point of being loving to the oppressor. You understand? Rather than sitting down and holding a grudge and causing disunity, because unity and love are the main and most important thing. I wrote this piece after I got into an argument with a guy, and my issue was not the argument, because I believe respectful arguments are essential in causing truths to surface, even if it's the truth within ourselves about what we really feel. It doesn't matter. Truth comes out when you discuss and when you get to the heart of things, you know. But you have to be respectful. And from the time somebody starts talking to me like if I'm an idiot because of my standards or because of the way I see things, I can't speak to them anymore. Also, I excuse me, get very upset when people assume that they understand the way that I see things based on one thing that I've said or based on some standard, especially people that don't know me personally, right? So I wrote this piece. But what I would like to say is that at the end of the day, people must be free to survive. Don't judge people. Give people a chance to live their lives, right? Because the person, we see something down, we see something as a negative, and it might turn out to be a positive. You might hit your car and somebody might give you a truck. You might, you understand, something bad might happen or something that you perceive as bad, and it might be your awakening. So when people come and want to look down on other people, the same people that they might be looking down on for their beliefs, for their way of being, whatever, might turn out to end up to lead the way. The Bible says the last will be first. And I see it all the time, situations where the last is be first, where the same person that was getting cried down becomes better. Now I know that some of the people that follow me don't follow the Bible, because I'm black and natural, and see people for good reasons for the most part are fed up of a lot of the things that is taught in Christianity. However, I do know that there are some things that you just cannot get rid of as being the good way, and that is especially the way of love taught by Jesus Christ and by every other major religious figure that you ever hear about. You know, Buddha, whoever. There's always an underlying current of love, and this love is humble. This love is not a big boisterous thing. It always makes me laugh when I see people trying to be powerful and trying to be bossy and stuff like that, and then think that they can talk about love. Love is humble. Love is tiny. Love is sweet. Love is kind. And love is enduring. And because of love being all those small things, that is what makes love powerful. Love doesn't come powerful. Love turns out to be powerful. And I have seen that love is the only thing that can truly change people for the better, or unite people, which is what we really need, right? However, my belief system also allows me to know that one day things ain't gonna always be like this. There's a lot of things that we don't know about that I believe one day we will have more information on. And with that said, I will continue with my piece. We have been taught how to walk, to sit with legs closed, to eat with elbows off the table, and we've been labeled by color and geographic position. Hair texture is a prison man-made by artificial officials who do not listen. With hate, they try to indoctrinate with all that they appreciate, but late. Because I've been thinking on my own for a little while, and testing for myself to see if villains hide behind closed smiles, and testing what I know against what has been proposed. So never should you assume that perfume brain farts made me so. See, I learned elbows off the table is actually a cleaner way to eat, and closing legs as a woman stops your vagina being ogre like meat. And some people act like it's difficult, but I can plainly see that it is nonsense, voting for a man who would rather fund a war than Sesame Street. However, no man can save a whole damn country, and even if he could, too many have suffered and died unfairly already. So I follow the story, but never do I take sides. I rather put my faith in He who is faithful, that's the Most High. I believe what I know has always proved victorious. I am because someone showed me how a black woman could be glorious. So if you seek to educate but can't do it in a humble state, then there is much you cannot anticipate, and I am not one to berate. So let's call it quits and play it safe. I know respect is hard to cultivate when your vision of a person culminates only when they choose you to elevate. And I appreciate all sentences that come without a sentence, and all references that show regard for reverence. My mind is open to the gifts, but I must sieve the negatives, and a positive outlook may just be evidence of a good life lived. So state your piece, cause I wear mine on my sleeve with my heart, and I don't act or play at all. I actually live smart, and I know how to maneuver to avoid the plots and poison darts. I think with a purpose. Sorry if it makes you nervous. So come on. Today I ask you, are you thinking with a purpose? I think that's why I can name the piece. Think with a purpose. It ain't about what you believe. You will always find somebody who thinks they know everything that does not see things your way. You will always find somebody doing things that seem like the perfect way to live, and they're not happy. And you will always see somebody judging somebody, because judging makes people feel better about themselves. But at the end of the day, are we showing love? Are we growing? Are we becoming better? That is the question. Well, this was Rebel Glam, and the voice is mine. Watch the queen rise above the tall incline. They say that positive is on the decline, but the voice come to move the clouds and bring some shine. Voice come to move the clouds and bring some shine. Voice come to move the clouds and bring sunshine. Thank you. Love you.